All right, so I got off a call late last night, and the conclusion from the call was that men are the most disposable resource in nature. And I'm going to tell you why. But first, my name's Cam. I work with people on personal and professional coaching and consulting, teaching them really, really cool tactics for life, and then also helping them grow their businesses and get their power back, all that fun stuff. Anyways, it's 6:18 in the morning, and I had to think about this one all night before I made this video. But I was working with a new client last night. This was our second session together. And she is struggling to be the successful one in the relationship, which means that she finds herself trying to inspire her partner who's dealing with, alcohol addiction and not being motivated and not going to the gym, but he's also being kind of snappy, and she's getting pretty sick of it. And so I gave her the good news and the bad news, right? The good news is that she's a good person who cares and she wants things to get better because she does see a future with them. I gave her the bad news of her needing to make that ultimatum at some point, because if she doesn't, what is she going to spend the rest of her life like that? Dealing with someone who's snappy, right? That's miserable to be around. You don't want to be that person. And we all have been that person in relationships. I know I have, right? I lost a girlfriend one time because I wasn't myself and I was going through too much stress and I couldn't see it. And I lost a lot at that point. It's okay, right? I learned from it. You get better. That's how we learn, grow, adapt, improve, and then eventually find our own success on whatever path that we do find. Now, I read a book called The Lucifer Principle, which is by Howard Bloom, about 5 or 6 years ago. And it's a pretty scientific book based upon evolution of different mammals and different animal kingdom species. All of these things are a fantastic approach to the end of the book, which essentially details in very fine ways why he believes that nature has created man as being the most disposable resource. And I'll explain. So what that means is he essentially projects that men should be able to protect and provide. And if you can't protect and provide, you're pretty much useless. What I told to my client last night was that her man is not protecting and providing right now. He's not providing for the relationship, and he's certainly not protecting you because he's not even going to the gym or doing jujitsu. So she is now having to step into her masculine, and she's talking about going to jujitsu and wanting to go to the gym more and do all of these amazing, super, super cool things. And I was like, why isn't your guy doing that? And she goes, well, he doesn't want to, and I feel bad trying to push him and make him. And I was like, okay, well, how was your romance, right? How was your intimacy? And she's like, honestly, it's awful. And I was like, do you think that you would be super... I said, have you ever seen a broke homeless guy and been like, oh my God, I want to absolutely rail that man's brains out? I was like, no. But I was like, if you see a guy who's well-dressed, he's handsome, he's attentive, he's polite, he's courteous, he's successful, he can speak well... I say, you see that guy out there, right? And he's really interested in getting to know you. I said, wouldn't your attraction level for him go up? And she goes, yeah, of course. I go, well, it's obvious, right? What your guy is doing is not making him more attractive to you in your eyes, but now you're feeling bad for him, but being the primary one in the relationship to being your masculine, because now you're protecting, providing, spending money on trips, spending money on going out. I said, and you're resenting him for it subconsciously. I said, at some point, this is going to get to a build-up where you leave him. So we talked about a potential off-ramp for her to have this ultimatum with him, which most men don't even get. But we talked about her sitting him down and saying, hey, things have got to change. Otherwise, I need to go because this is destroying me on the inside, which is always the right call. You have to choose yourself at the end of the day. Everyone is inherently narcissistic, and that's okay. You have to accept that to some degree. You just have to watch out for that overtaking your life, which it certainly can for some people. Anyways, the Lucifer Principle, Howard Bloom, men are nature's most disposable resource. Why? Because we're designed to work, we're designed to protect and provide, we're designed to align our words and our actions, and we're designed to have trust on one another. What we say we're going to do, we should follow through with. We should learn to protect and provide or acquire new skills to help us acquire new resources, all of these things. That's the whole premise of the end of that book. And I truly believe that that still exists in modern day society. So, random, long tirade of a TikTok aside, go read that book. Understand that masculine and feminine nature are both present in relationships, but if that is lopsided on one for too often, attraction will decrease and you will lose your partner or you will push them away, okay? Understand this stuff. I know it's a lot. If you have questions, send me a DM, post anything, drop me a comment or book a call and we can chat all about this, all right? Have a great day, y'all. Peace.